welcome to the podcast for When the Curves Line Up for October 25th, 2023. Please see the article that includes diagrams of today's events on the website at whenthecurveslineup.com. Text by Jeffrey L. Hunt. In Chicago, sunrise occurs at 7:14 a.m. Central Daylight Time, followed by sunset at 5:55 p.m. Here is today's planet forecast. In the morning sky, the bright star Arcturus is making its first morning appearance in the east-northeast before sunrise. The star is nearly 30 light-years away, shining with an intensity of 100 suns. It is the second brightest star, after Sirius, that is visible from the mid-northern latitudes and the brightest in the northern half of the sky. Arcturus shines in the western sky after sunset as well. Find it this evening over 10 degrees above the west-northwest horizon about an hour after sunset. The star is far enough north that it can appear in the western sky after sunset and in the eastern sky before sunrise. At this season, it is below the horizon over 3 hours less than the sun. This results in Arcturus appearing in the western evening sky and rising into the eastern sky before sunrise. The Big Dipper is used to identify the star. The curved dipper's handle points toward Arcturus. During the mornings at this season, the pattern is standing on its handle in the northeastern sky. On the accompanying chart, Alcate is at the end of the handle. Look for Arcturus during morning twilight in the eastern sky and again in the western sky during evening twilight. Brilliant Venus stands about 30 degrees up in the east-southeast to the upper right of Arcturus at an hour before daybreak. Venus appears in front of Leo's stars, over 15 degrees to the lower left of Regulus, the Lion's brightest star, and nearly 14 degrees to the right of Denebola, the tail. The planet's movement against the starfield is easy to note from one morning to the next. It passes Denebola in a wide conjunction November 1st. Venus shows phases through a telescope. This morning 51% of the planet is illuminated from our view, a slight gibbous phase. 2 mornings ago, Venus reached greatest elongation, the farthest the planet appears from the Sun from our view. The phase continues to grow and the planet's size diminishes through a telescope as Venus recedes into the distance. Bright Jupiter is in the western sky at this hour, nearly 125 degrees from Venus. As Venus steps eastward and Jupiter slowly retrogrades, moves westward against the starfield, the gap opens. When it reaches 180 degrees on December 10th, Jupiter sets as the queen of the morning sky rises. After that date, Jupiter sets until Venus rises for nearly the remainder of this Venusian apparition. The two planets have a very close conjunction on May 23, 2024, but they are lost in the sun's glare. This morning the Jovian giant is over 20 degrees above the western horizon. It passes between Menkaure, part of Cetus, and Hammel, Aries' brightest star, in 3 mornings. In the evening sky, Mercury and Mars are immersed in bright sunlight and they are not visible this evening. Mercury reaches greatest elongation December 4th, but in the northern hemisphere its visibility suffers from a poorly inclined solar system plane. Mars is heading toward its solar conjunction, November 18th, and a slow reappearance in the morning sky during the new year. The bright gibbous moon, 88% illuminated, is in the east-southeast after sundown. The planet Saturn, nearly 30 degrees up in the south-southeast, is over 20 degrees to the upper right of the lunar orb, and about 20 degrees above the star Fomalhaut. This evening, Neptune is in the same binocular field with the bright moon, 2.6 degrees to the upper left of the lunar orb. The planet is quite dim, and even on moonless nights, it is a challenging view. Sky watchers with telescopes can see it easier. Strangely, the magnification of the telescope somewhat dims the bright moonlight. The moon is about 1/3 of the way from Saturn to Jupiter. At 1 hour after sundown, Jupiter is less than 10 degrees up in the east-northeast. An hour later it is nearly 20 degrees up in the east. The moon is near Jupiter in 3 evenings. Thank you for listening. Please read the articles at whenthecurveslineup.com.